That's 6 dogs. It's like a crazy cat lady, only a crazy dog lady. Oh my goodness. Oh, that might be a life goal for me. Oh my goodness. So many dogs. Heyo and welcome to another episode of Pine Harbor County, where we will use and abuse the new operating district mechanic that was introduced in Cities Skylines 2. I hope everyone has been enjoying their week so far, and I also hope everyone's enjoyed the double feature week. I had a lot of fun putting together episodes 17 and 18 this week, so I hope that you also got to enjoy watching everything. And if you did happen to miss episode 17, I'll put an info card up in the right-hand corner so you can go check it out. Alrighty, so in this episode, I want to start adding some more school assets, focusing on Bunyan's Rest in particular. So if we come into the information panel here, we have a huge need again for the elementary schools. And while I will be placing a lot of elementary schools down, I'm fairly certain that this is a confirmed bug. So I'm not focusing on closing this gap at this time. I want to see how the bug is addressed. But because I really like the asset, we will be placing quite a few down at the same time. Okay, so in today's episode, we are going to place the Hadron Collider, a central school campus, a southern school campus, and the technical university. So a lot of education is going to be provided to the citizens of Bunyan's Rest. So without further ado, let's jump right on into it. Okay, so the first asset I want to place is the Hadron Collider. And regrettably, I'm really not a huge fan of how this asset looks because I feel it is sparse and fits more in an industrial site than it would actually an educational site. However, I am a huge fan of the benefits it gives. In particular, it gives a 20+% demand for electronics, as well as a 5% demand, plus 5% electronics production efficiency. So if you recall, I wanted to give each of our builds a focused aspiration, and Pine Harbor County is electronics and timber. So to me, it makes sense that we add the collider here. However, I will admit, in comparison to Cities Skylines 1, this asset looks very, very different. So what I will do is be a little bit liberal with how we put this asset down. I'm thinking we'll put it on this island here. That way it is kind of close to the industrial and fits in a little bit more aesthetically, but it will still give this entire map its benefits. So yeah, I think if we just come on in here to our development tree, and then we do need both the radio telescope and the geological research site, so we might as well unlock those two so that we can get this building. And if we come in and take a look at it a little bit, not only is it a huge asset, but as you can see, yeah, it's not. Let's see if I can get into a flatter spot here so we can see it. There isn't much happening on this. Like, it's literally a few buildings and some pathways in between. So I think putting it over here is going to be okay. We'll terraform this island out a little bit. And just take a couple of liberties and do our best to decorate it nicely. All right, I added a couple of extra assets as well, some parking lots and some office and industrial spaces for now. I just needed to fill the area in just a little bit. Also, it's going to drive me insane. This came out okay. I'll admit I am not a terraforming queen. I'm not really good at that. Yeah, what I do really love. Just look at that. That looks so cool. We actually have a few bridges like this in my area. They're slightly terrifying to drive over, but also incredibly amazing to drive over at the same time. The ones near me are one lane, hence the terror. But yeah, it was nice to kind of get to add this in. All right, so now let's start adding some of the other educational assets in, and I want to start by adding a very simple campus kind of right here in the center of the city and very close to the train station so that the other settlements can commute here if they do need to kind of help with that educational demand. So let's start, where do we want to start this? I think I want to start actually up here. And I want to take advantage of this little grid here to our advantage. So let's... Okay, I think that came out pretty good with a whole lot of decorating opportunities. So yeah, I think I like how this area came out. Okay, so while we are in this area here, I do kind of actually want to work on getting some more of our zoning demand taken care of. So I think what I'm going to do... Anywho, I want to build this area in here with some row housing. Cool. Now we have a tiny little village of row homes here. It's been quite nice there. Then let's play a little bit of whack-a-mole here. Well, I kind of like that we have 3 consecutive colors here. I really don't think we need 3 gas stations side to side. I actually see this in my everyday life, and I am all set without that. I think that should be pretty good for now. I like this layer of height. I love that you can see the high school over the highway and the row homes. All right, so the next thing I want to do is start adding in a southern school campus, and I'm thinking of adding that right in around here. I like how this area filled in a little bit here. Okay, so the next thing I actually want to do is come on in and add another subway station right to this area to connect with this one here. All right. Okay, so let's add in our final asset, Technical University. no more touching it. Oh my goodness, the amount of havoc I have created on this build, but it did come out really good. I really like this bridge entrance too. Alright, so I do think this is actually going to be a good point to jump on in and start a Beautifying the Build time lapse and begin wrapping up what we have built so far today. So yeah, kick back, relax, and I will see you all in a few moments. Alrighty, a lot of flower planting today. Thank you everyone for joining me in this week's episode. If you enjoyed, please consider hitting the like button, and for more Pine Harbor County, please consider subscribing. Also, don't forget that episode 20 is approaching, so if you have a build idea for our viewer-suggested video, please be sure to let me know down in the comments. Until next time, I hope everyone has a phenomenal rest of the week.